Welcome to Enlightenment Unknown Life of a Spiritual Nomad. Join Reiki Master and Quantum Healing expert Wes Coons as he guides listeners through the depths of self-discovery and spiritual enlightenment to uncover the version of you we haven't met yet.
Welcome to Enlightenment Unknown Life of a Spiritual Nomad. My name is Wes Coons. I'm the hostess with the mostest, and I have my friend Rocky here today. What's up, Rocky?
Hey, Wes. How are you?
Good. I'm good. Thanks for coming back on the show.
Thank you for having me.
Well, you are one of my favorites, so.
Okay, I get that.
Don't tell your husband. Don't tell your husband.
He might listen.
Yeah. We were talking before we came in here, and I looked down and I said, we are in the end of season 5, just about. We've got one more episode after this, and it's the season finale. So time keeps ticking by. Summer's over.
It is over.
Mm-hmm.
The weather is proving it.
Yeah, it is proving it. Abby has a birthday coming up soon. Both of us have the same birthday. Did I tell you that?
You did not tell me that.
Yeah,
That's fun.
September 17th is our birthday.
All right.
Yeah.
Happy almost birthday.
I know, right? I'm going to be, I don't know what, 56 this year. She'll be 2.
Okay, there's a little age difference.
Pretty much, yeah. So
She'll catch up with the dog years.
Mm-hmm. She's such a good girl. She's in the other room chewing right now, so we had to close the door so we didn't have to hear her chomping.
She's a sweetie.
Mm-hmm. Did I tell you about the day I picked her up?
I don't think so.
Well, you never met Kennedy.
No.
Kennedy was my black and tan German Shepherd, and she died in her sleep a couple years ago. And God, that was a horrible day. But 2 years ago, I was told on my birthday that a dog was born for me that day. So, I mean, I didn't get a phone call from somebody. I heard it in my mind, right?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, got it. I was like, if somebody called you and told you that shit, that'd be cool.
Yeah, God called and said, "Hey, pal, I got something for you." So, I remember receiving the message, but I didn't comprehend that Kennedy wouldn't be here. And so, long story short, I was looking for a dog, and finally I did what I do, and I prayed to God. I said, "You're just going to have to show me." So I found this breeder up outside of Washington, D.C., and I called Margaret the day that I was going, and she said, "Hey, the dog you're going to get is not the dog that you're going to get." And I'm like, "Oh, no. I found it. So long story short, we get there, and this lady says, "Well, this German Shepherd's very intuitive, and she was born on September 17th. I'm like, so of course, how do I not take the dog that's
Right.
born on my birthday? And so I put her in my truck, and remind me at the end of the show, I'll show you a picture. There's a big, like an 8-inch orb that's over Abby's head in the back of the truck, and that's Kennedy. You can kind of see Kennedy's face in it. It's pretty cool.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
So, that started our crazy journey. As we left there, this was outside of D.C. in this rural area. And I remember I just had to pull over for a minute. And when I looked up, there was all these dead people there. So it was a civil war still fighting each other back and forth, right? You could see the cannons going at each other. You could see behind me had the hospital and everything. So I thought it was interesting that I happened to stop at that moment. And so I helped all those souls go to light. So that was like hour 1 with Abby and the spiritual work that we do. And she's very gifted, and she sees demons. And I tell her, I said, "You can't bite the person with the demon in them, honey." So, I don't know.
Well, I'm glad I passed her test then.
Yeah. If you're in my house, you pass the test. That's funny. So, but I don't know. I always thought that was a cool story, and looking up and seeing all those soldiers looking at me, knowing that I could see them, was really cool. And then they went home.
That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
I love that.
So, what have you been working on?
Oh my gosh, what haven't I been working on? So, honestly, I have been doing so many different things, and there's some stuff kind of in the background that's not really being released just yet.
Mm-hmm.
But I have a big event next week, the garden party.
Nice.
It's just a way to get together, socialize, network, and a soulful way, like make those sacred connections with people. Just light, happy event. And
Is that the one you call what? Soul Garden Sisters?
So it's presented by my Soul Garden Sisters. That's my membership program that I have where women can join that program and they commit for a year.
Uh-huh.
And it is just dedicated time to working on themselves, but we're doing it collectively together so we don't have to go through these journeys by ourselves.
Nice. So this is the event I'm consistently not invited to, right?
No. There are boys coming to this.
Uh-oh.
I was like, there are boys coming to the garden party. It is the girls' night out that you are not invited to.
Oh, that's right.
Unless you get a wig.
That's right. Unless I get what?
A wig.
A wig.
I was like, go ahead.
Yeah, I don't know how that's going to look. Well, something I noticed on your site, you said it's a sacred space to be seen. I love that.
Oh, yeah. I mean, there's so often we get into groups of people, and I'm sure you know how women can be pretty catty, very cliquey, that kind of stuff. And I've never been that kind of human. Even when I was in high school, like I had my people, I had my main group of people, but I genuinely enjoyed talking to a variety of people in school. And I really was just kind of one of those people that was just kind of nice to everybody. And I liked it. I really liked everybody. Like there's so many good things and so many good qualities about everyone. It's just a matter of them seeing it.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And yeah, I love to bring just wildly different people into my space and then they feel at home. And they feel good and they feel seen. And then when we're seen, I mean, there's so much more that can happen when they know that there's somebody there and sees them.
Sure, absolutely. Well, I think especially being a woman, you know, it's easy not to be seen. You're taking care of the children. You're taking care of your husband. You are the heart of the family. I remember my mom not being seen at such a high level. But at the same time, that's the energy she carried, right? We carried that energy.
Sure.
And watching her, you have younger children, right?
I mean, they're almost adults. Well, one is an adult, so yeah.
Well, yeah, so you still have kids at home.
Yeah.
Yeah, and watching people when they transition, when the children leave and figuring out who's mom or who's dad, right? It can be a challenge.
Well, and that's where I'm coming on. My baby is a senior, so.
Yeah.
And that's kind of why I'm doing this now, is just to give me something to do and to give back and nurture people, because I adored being a mom. I mean, I still adore, obviously, being a mother, and that's very much at the heart of who I am, that maternal instinct. But now I'm just holding it for people that are more like my sisters rather than my children, right?
Well, I'll text your husband and let him know that you're ready to start over again.
I do not want any more babies. That is a hard no.
Yeah.
I'll wait till it's my time to be a grandma, if that ever comes, or just a really good auntie.
Well, my daughter Sydney's getting married in what? May 30th.
Okay, that's exciting.
And I'm already chomping at the bit. Hey, where's the grandbaby? So,
oh my gosh, give the girl a minute to breathe.
Hey, Grandpa, I already decided I want to be called Grandpa. She's like, why do you want to be Grandpa? I'm like, hey, I can make it work. So I'm going to put the baby in the back of the Maserati with Abby and we're going. So we're going to have a good time. I cannot wait for grandbabies. And the only thing that sucks is they live in Florida, but we'll figure it out.
Oh, I'm sure you'll figure that one out for sure. I was like, baby's involved? Come on. Bring that baby to me.
Oh, yeah. I'm excited. Hey, Grandpa will watch the baby.
Yeah.
So what other stuff do you got going on? Now, I think you've got, the garden thing coming up?
So I have a garden party next week, and then I have an inner garden retreat, which is in October down in Nags Head, North Carolina. So
that's going to be exciting. Tell us about that.
You know, for one, retreats are incredible. They're transforming. Anytime you participate in a retreat, either as a leader or as a participant, you will not leave a retreat the same person. Right? And so I love my girls' night out, right? That's my favorite night of the month. But I was like, let's just expand that over almost 4 days. You know?
Nice.
Let's do that over the weekend. Make those deep, soulful connections. But more importantly, we're making those deeper connections to ourselves and understanding ourselves on a deeper level so that we can heal, we can transform, we can more confidently step into our authentic selves, right? And that's what's beautiful, but it's also a time to charge our batteries, right? Because women do. We give, we give, we give, we give.
Mm-hmm.
And often we don't take. And
That's right.
so that weekend is time for you to take, receive, and really just fill your cup, fill your battery, all those things so that you can leave feeling refreshed, but also a lot more close, if not your authentic self, a lot closer, or at least have that pathway ready and
I like
shaped
it.
up. Yeah.
I was listening to Joel Osteen one day, and he was talking about prayer and how we ask for the same thing over and over. Please forgive me, and how you really only need to do it once. And the one thing that stood out to me is he said, we ask for something, but we don't open our heart to receive it. And opening your heart to receive your love, somebody else's love, to be honored, to be able to sit there and have somebody bring you a meal is so healing. And it seems simple, but how often we don't do that.
Yeah, no, and that's the truth. And that's part of where I'm working with my Soul Garden Sister program. The ladies that are in that is allowing things to happen for you too. We can ask, we can want, we can desire, but if we don't, allow or be open to actually receiving those things, it's not going to happen.
Sure. And I think that goes right to your self-worth too. I remember growing up, I've worked on myself at such a high level. Just a few years ago, if we were super, super close, I hung out with your family at that depth of a friendship, which we don't have, we're friends, but we've not done that stuff. But had we done that and you invited me to your home for a meal, I wouldn't feel worthy enough to ask for a glass of water. I would not feel worthy enough to pass the salt. I wouldn't. I would just sit there and be quiet, right? And, I was so disconnected with myself and felt so unworthy to receive, to have whatever. I love how you put on there, it's a sacred place. It's a sacred place to receive. And I think it's going to be exciting because I've worked with you several times, right? Mm-hmm. And I know what it feels like to leave your healing space after an hour or so. I couldn't imagine how beautiful it's going to be for these people after 4 days. That or they're just going to be sick of you. I don't know. Which will it be?
I hope they're not going to be sick of me.
I think it's going to be absolutely fantastic.
I have a good feeling that they're not going to want to leave. And I'm going to like, y'all, I don't have the house any longer.
I'm excited about it. I think it's going to be really, really cool.
I really am genuinely really excited about this. I don't have the itinerary planned to the detail, but there's going to be some fun stuff, including like a fun movie night and stuff like that. There's going to be some easy going, relaxing things that aren't necessarily all the deep dive into healing and stuff. So,
nice.
Yeah.
Nice. So I've never done a retreat before.
Okay.
Now, have you ran one before?
Yeah. Okay. I did one last fall with Summer Paradiso.
Oh, Summer's amazing. She's been on the show.
Yep. I love Summer. She and I, when we get together, there's a lot of magic that happens. And we don't even have to talk to each other. We show up and we don't have plans, but man, it just it just works, right? And so we did that. I have been guests into other retreats as well. And so, and I'm coming back as a guest for one of my mentors, Susan Ishel. She works at a Wells Therapeutic here in Virginia Beach.
I don't know if I know her.
Yeah, she does a retreat that is, it is men are there too. But she just has people volunteer to come in and do work and do sessions, and people just pay for the house and the food.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, and so that's a really neat one because then there's also commuters that come in and stuff, and it's I did that last year, and that was a great time, and I'm doing that again. I think it's October 1st, whatever that Saturday is, I think you've also had Beth Rose on your show too.
Yep.
I came in and did some work on one of her.
She has a retreat coming up this year, I think, too, doesn't she?
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah. I forget when it is. I know I was talking to my friend Kelsey the other day. I think Kelsey might be going to it, or at least she was talking about it. But yeah, I seen Beth the other day. I had Beth do some quantum work with me.
Cool.
So she's very, very gifted. The best part about this job is I get to meet some of the most talented healers And there are so many of them right here in Virginia Beach.
Right. Yeah. It's amazing.
It's cool.
I get to connect with them and talk and collaborate. And I've done a lot with Beth before I moved into my current office space. I rented her space out a lot. So for a lot of my events and stuff. So I love Beth. I think she's a good person. And
She is.
I love watching her continue to evolve.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I had a photographer friend take some pictures, and I had pictures of me taken at Trene's office, and there's this beautiful bookshelf with all these books. And Beth said, "Did you read all those books?" Tease me because she knows I don't like to read. I said, "I don't need to because I have you here." She comes on the show and starts speaking Russian. I'm like, "Are you freaking kidding me?"
Seriously?
Yeah.
Guess I'm going to have to go listen to that episode. I did not listen to it.
Yeah, we have a huge Russian listening base. So thank you, Russia. We love you guys.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, it's fun. And we're really picking up speed in Africa right now. So
Oh, that's cool.
yeah, it's fun.
Yeah.
I love that. I love Africa. It's beautiful.
I've never been.
Yeah. So as a healer, as the person you're running this retreat, how do you manage that energy? How do you stay grounded and not get... I've not experienced that because you're on basically for 4 days.
Last time I managed it really well because Summer and I took turns. So this will be different for me, and that's where I'm planning maybe a little more downtime than I would had there been like a co-host with me. I do have a girl coming in and doing intuitive art.
That'd be cool.
So there's stuff like that. There's going to be quiet time. And when there's those quiet, meditative times, I take that time for me too. I do know how to turn things off and manage my energy because I'm not using my own energy, right? I'm using the energy from source and the earth or wherever I'm pulling it from at that moment. I'm not using my own energy. So usually I did really well last time. I learned a lot, and I expanded a lot, a lot. So
nice. Well, you're going to be you're going to be at least in Nag's Head. Are you on the ocean or how close?
I am on the ocean, yeah.
Well, that's going to help right there.
Yeah, right? I'll see you guys later. I'm going to go sit on these chairs that just look out at the water, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I love it down there.
Yeah, we're going to do meditative walks on the beach. There's stuff like that where that's not my energy. I'm collecting the energy with you. Yeah, but those moments when we have those quiet or the meditative walks, I'm collecting energy so I can show up better.
Sure.
So I'm really excited. So last year when we had the retreat, it was also my daughter's state championship for field hockey. This year it is not the same weekend, so I will not be competing with field hockey. So
nice.
That's good because that did take a little bit out of me because I needed to go. Everybody shoved me out the door. I was like, no, it's fine. It's good. And there was a bunch of field hockey players, thank God.
Yeah.
Former field hockey players. And they were like, Rocky, you got to go to that game and go watch your girl. And I was like, all right, I'm going. And thankfully, I did get to watch the state championship.
Nice.
Yeah.
Did you guys win?
No. No, it was actually a really crazy story. During warm-ups, 2 girls accidentally collided. One got a really bad concussion and the other one had to go to the hospital and get stitches, and she came in for the last 10 minutes of the game. But it was her best player. She was the one that came running in with 10 minutes left with stitches in her head. And I was like, oh my Lord.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah.
So help me understand when you do healing work on somebody. So for example, with me, I went in there were some, I guess, limiting beliefs and stuff, some things that were bothering me. Do you see what I see? Are you just the guide? What do you do? Because I don't know what you do. I don't know how to do that work.
So with hypnotherapy, I really tried to not see everything because I think that I'm guiding you. I want you to do the work, so I don't have to see.
Sure.
I don't have to see all of that stuff. I let people relay whatever they want to relay to me, and then I can guide them better to how to alleviate the problem. Sometimes I will get images in my mind's eye, but in there, I really try to disconnect. When I do Reiki, I'm very much in there. I very much connect in with the people. I see a lot. I know a lot. I understand a lot. I think it's something that's wildly personal. And because it's so personal, I won't ever do it without asking. And I have in hypnosis, somebody needed Reiki and I can see that. And so I asked them because they're totally conscious when you're doing hypnotherapy. And then I said, hey, do you mind if I do some Reiki right now? I feel like that's what you need. And they were like, yeah, of course, please. So then I do start to get a little bit more information, but I really try to keep those boundaries. I don't go into people's space unless they've invited me into it.
Sure. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Now, you teach Reiki as well, right?
I do. Yeah.
How do you like doing that?
I love doing that. Yeah. That's that's so great because I want to help so many people. I want to help a lot of people. I can't do it all by myself, right? So for me, I came to that understanding is that I needed to teach people how to help people, and that's my ripple. That's how I make my ripple really freaking big, right?
Yeah.
I enjoy it, and I love to watch people light up as they like connect into their own energy or other people's energy, depending on which level we're doing. And they start to get the intuitive hits.
Oh, yeah.
And when they get that, they're just like, and then they talk back and forth with the other person and they're like, oh, you're right. I was right. They're like, I was right. And I'm like, yeah, of course you are. Like, duh. And I've gotten to work with some people that have come and trained under me. And I'll tell you, you're more powerful than I am. So I am like, it's so cool.
Oh, yeah.
So great to see.
Yeah, it is fun. So do work brain. I'll edit that part. I love the editing tool in this. It makes everything seem seamless. So do people come to you to get crossed over to the light? Do you see that?
No, I do not see that. I don't do a lot of medium work.
Is that what you would call that?
I mean, if you're talking to somebody to cross over,
yeah, I guess it would be, wouldn't it?
Yeah, that's more mediumship. And as I do dabble in some mediumship stuff, that's definitely not my primary. And I definitely have very good boundaries with that kind of stuff. Like, I don't have just some spirit coming up and like talking to me. Like, I have my guides like on full protection. I'm like, no, like when I'm down, I'm down. I'm shut down. I really only like spirits to come in if I'm doing Reiki, or I'm asking for it if I'm in like meditation or something like that. Other than that, no, I don't want them in there because I have my time. I don't want you fucking like sitting at me, looking at me at 2 a.m. like while I'm in bed. Like, do not do that. Like, my guides got that all down, and I'm very well protected at night because that freaked me the fuck out.
Yeah, I see dead people a lot, but if somebody talks about their loved one or whatever, if that person hasn't crossed over, typically I can hear them pretty quickly. So I had my friend Glenn died a few weeks ago down at the ocean front, and he has not crossed over yet. So his funeral, today's Thursday, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So his funeral is Saturday. So I'm speaking at his funeral. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think he'll go afterwards, but I've had some people that have been on the news recently come to me. The young lady from North Carolina, she came to me the other day, was it 2 nights ago, and I helped her go to the light. So that was a little disturbing. I wasn't expecting that.
No.
So.
No. Yeah. See, I don't like that kind of stuff. Like that stuff, I'm like, no. I was like, if your grandma's sitting there and wants to like let you know she's there during the session,
so
I am so cool with that.
Yeah, you don't want me to say, hey, go to Rocky's house.
No. Bypass. Bypass that one.
Yeah, it makes life interesting.
Yeah, I'm sure it does, and I am not interested in that. Like, no.
I mean, it's funny. We're just talking about healing work, and my hands are on fire from it.
Yeah.
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 That's cool.
Yes.
I had a lady in my space, I don't know, 2-3 weeks ago. I don't even remember who it is now. She's not been Reiki trained, and she said, something's wrong with me. All of a sudden, her hands will heat up. I'm like, girl, that's the Reiki energy. That's that Christ energy flowing through your body. she's very gifted and she hasn't done anything with it. I said, why don't you get your Reiki 1 certification and see?
She should.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. She's feeling the warm, hot hands. Like, that's typically the first thing you start to feel when there's that energy kind of stuff. So
Yeah.
I get tingly hands too. So
I think it took me a couple months, if I remember right, for my hands to really start feeling something. But yeah.
and now I'm kind of almost on the other side where my hands really don't get hot now. Like it's there and it goes through. But I mean, I do get warm, but like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, I noticed, I don't know, about a month ago, when I do my healing work, I use my breath, and a lot of times my eyes are closed, so it's easier for me to flow the energy through my body when I'm using my breath. And I happen to have my hand right in front of my face, and the air coming out of my mouth was like ice cold. It was trippy.
That is trippy.
Yeah, I caught myself, and I'm like, "What is that?" And then I blew on my hand again. And I said, "Man, that is significantly colder than what should be coming out of my body."
Might have been releasing something.
I don't know. Who knows?
I mean, I hope that's probably what it was. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I had one time when I did Reiki on somebody, my hands were cold the whole time. And I was like, this doesn't make any sense. Why are my hands cold?
Yeah, I've not experienced that.
It was interesting. So then I sat there with it and I was like, okay, so I got to figure this out. And so then when I was done, like I finally realized what it was, that she was a cold person. And I was just like, and so I how do you say that to somebody, right? Because I give them the messages and what I understand and learn. And so then I casually asked them, like, are you a cold person? And she's like, what do you mean? And I was just like not warm and fuzzy, you know? And she was just like, oh, she's like, some people have told me that. And I was like, yeah, so I'm trying to tell you that you gotta just warm up, soften the edges a little bit, you know. But sometimes those are the messages we get, right?
Yeah.
But it was wild to feel the cold hands the whole time. Like I was just like, why are my hands cold?
I've been speaking with somebody recently that is very, very analytical and almost robotic in how she operates. And it's just, I have to remind myself, it's not personal, it's how she processes her thoughts.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and she's very cold. And for her, she wants to be warm and connected, but it's just not how her brain works.
Yeah, and those are people's personalities. Like that girl probably gets a lot of shit done because she has that cold edge to her, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, there is a place for all of those traits. For her at that moment, she just needed to know to soften it up a little, warm it up a little bit. You know?
Yeah, it's a process. It's fun. I like going through the healing work. I say I like it. It's painful as fuck, but but I like being a different person in 2 or 3 hours than I was this morning, right?
Sure. Yeah. Totally.
Yeah. So what else do you got going on this year? Anything fun?
I am just doing Reiki trainings.
You have a birthday coming up.
In November.
Yeah. I think
I'm starting to go backwards now in age. No.
Well, I'll never forget your birthday because it's the same day as the Marine Corps.
I did tell you that, didn't I?
Yep. Yeah. So
there you go.
you're not going to be 250 this year, right?
No, I ain't that old yet. Come on, man.
No, you look 21. You're great.
Perfect. Yeah. I was like, I don't know if I want to look that young because I look pretty baby-like.
Yeah. No, I'm excited about your birthday. It's going to be fun.
Yeah. I like my birthday. I actually like my whole birthday month. It's a thing. Ask all the people that know me. The past couple years I haven't been as crazy, but I have typically in the past. It's a whole thing all month long. So who knows? Maybe I'll figure out a way to celebrate it all month this year. So.
Well, my buddy John moved back from California about the same time I separated from my wife. It was 13 years ago. And so I decided I was going to celebrate the entire month of September, right? And finally, he's like, dude, is your fucking birthday over yet? We had the
Jeez,
best
can't
time.
handle that negative energy.
I know,
Jeez,
right?
you want to celebrate for a month? Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm not doing that this year. So what's your favorite birthday cake? We got to ask.
My favorite birthday cake? Oh, if you got a good gluten-free chocolate one, that's where I'm at. So
Oh, there's a place around here that does gluten-free cakes. I forget the name of it, but Trinae will have it at the Reiki Center sometimes. It's delicious.
there's a place that does like wedding cakes, and my girlfriend will get a chocolate cake from there, and it's pretty amazing. If not, I like King Arthur's box stuff.
Oh, okay.
They make a really good gluten-free chocolate cake. Most of the other places tend to be too sugary, and I don't like sweets though. So like
Okay.
I don't like really really sweet stuff. So that's my problem with gluten-free. Everybody likes to throw in like a ton of sugar to balance out the gluten-free and try to make it taste better, and it doesn't.
So do you eat gluten-free all the time?
Yes.
Okay. Now, do you have celiacs or something, or you just choice?
No, I'm just intolerant to it, not celiacs. That's what I'm preventing, right?
Yeah.
I was like, my body does not like it. It is a foreign substance to me, so.
Oh, man, my ex-wife was diagnosed with celiac disease, 30 years ago, something like that.
Wow.
And, I mean, it's not fashionable. I mean, it's not popular, whatever you want to call it, like it is today.
No.
I remember going to the grocery store with her, and for literally almost 4 hours, both of us in tears, reading the ingredients on stuff,
Yeah.
trying to figure out what she could eat.
When my daughter was my baby, or she's 17, so when she was 4 years old, we realized she had like some major food intolerances. I mean, she was having a lot of GI issues, and so I took her to a naturopath. We tested her. She had intolerances to gluten, corn, soy, dairy. Like, it was like ridiculous. And at that time, like you said, like there wasn't a lot of gluten-free options. Like when you're white, that was even less options. Like there wasn't gluten-free.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my God. I remember going to the grocery store. The first like probably 4 or 5 times I went to the grocery store, I just sat there and walked around crying, trying to figure out, what is my 4-year-old daughter going to eat and feel like a normal fucking kid, right? And so that was really challenging. And then I was just like, you know what? I'm going to Whole Foods. We lived in Hawaii at the time. Groceries were already ridiculous. And then I went to Whole Foods, and it was just like, my husband's like, what the fuck are you guys eating? Because our grocery bills were astronomical. It was me and like a 4-year-old and a 6-year-old little girls. Like it was stupid. And
Yeah. Well, you would open our cabinet, and you couldn't buy gluten-free flour back then. So I had to make it, and to make gluten-free flours, like 10 ingredients. So this whole closet was full of stuff to make something somewhat reasonably edible for her. It was horrible.
That sucks.
It was horrible.
That sucks. Yeah.
But I was an amazing husband, so I did that extra work for
It's
her.
like, I would be like, I'll just eat rice, babe. It's okay.
Well, it was important. I wanted her to feel
Right.
not
It's-
an outcast. And,
Yeah, no. I get that. I mean, that's what I was doing for my kid, right? I was going to birthday parties, bringing her these cupcakes that were everything fucking free, and they were terrible, but there was sugar, so
Oh, yeah.
there you go, kid.
Well, I seen my ex-wife at my daughter's engagement party that she had in Florida, I don't know, a couple months ago. And she was ordering her dinner, and she ordered French fries. And I said, I'm not trying to be disrespectful. I've been divorced a minute. I said, but look at the menu. I said, they fry other things in where they do the French fries. And she's like, oh, good catch. So you pay attention to those things.
Well, and you can ask too. A lot of businesses now have a separate fryer for French fries,
Yeah.
so that there's not a cross contamination. So yeah.
Yeah. Makes life interesting.
It does, for sure. I'm glad I don't have celiac, so I don't have to be that specific. So, but yeah, that's hard. That's really, really hard for
It
people
is.
to
It
manage. Yeah.
So, Rocky, if people want to catch up with you, how do they find you?
They can find me on social media, tune in 2 wellness, or on my website, which is tunein2wellness.com. So, yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. And I got to say, I love your space.
Oh, thank you.
The energy is fantastic. I don't like driving across town to get there,
I mean,
but it's a really cool place.
I don't like the drive there, but I do appreciate the long drive home. So,
And there's lots of healers. I mean, there's 3 different people in your space that I work with.
oh yeah, there's some
Yeah.
incredible people in that space, and definitely a blessing. I was definitely not trying to be that far away from home,
No, it's a great location.
but it's a great space, great
Yes, it is.
location, and great people have showed up. So.
Well, if you need to catch up with me, you can find me on Instagram, VB Healers and Virginia Beach Healer. If you want to catch up with Rocky, if you can't find her, look for me and I'll make a connection for you. And Rocky, it's always a pleasure. I love having you here. I enjoy working with you. You've got great energy, and I just want to say thank you.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
I'll see you soon.
Take care.
You've been listening to Enlightenment Unknown with Wes Coons, your guide on the quest for self-discovery and the version of you we haven't met yet.